2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
Careful, I think this car's... Oh, Lenny.
We're off to an island this morning. It's called Kangaroo Island, just off the coast of Adelaide here. I've never been, so I'm so excited to see it.
Where the first kangaroo was found.
Listen to these two.
Yes, you're being a little boring.
We thought it would be a really cool idea to show you guys where the $120,000 that we raised for the bushfires went by going on a road trip. We've got to put the car on a ferry to get across to the island. Last week we actually had the coolest combi, and this week we have a minivan because it's way more practical. We've got Henry with us here again, and also someone else who you might remember from our earlier on videos.
Hi everyone!
Look at the space here. You could probably fit a whole jumbo jet in here. There's a good 4 mil tread there. I can only imagine how it would handle in the wet. It is just a sensible car. So she's gonna get 6 litres per 100 kilometres. Can you hear that? Hear what? Exactly.
I feel like every bad comedy American movie starts with a minivan and a road trip. I just find it so funny that we're in a minivan.
Do you guys remember Yosha? Her and I first started chatting on social media about 6 or 7 years ago now, when this whole sailing thing started, and she was also sailing at the time. And so we naturally just had a lot in common. After meeting her in person in Malta, we all became really good friends in an instant. We've been on some wild trips together since then, and it was really fun to reflect back on it all.
Do you remember that trinket shop we went to, Riley?
Yeah.
We lost our shirt.
Something happened in that store and we really just went wild.
People kept trying to offering me taxis and food and stuff like that, and trying to ask me for money. So I took my shoes off. I was walking around without shoes for the last half of the trip. No one asked me again. Well, then we bought the local slippers.
I loved that trip.
That was a good time.
We hung out on that roof, you played guitar and we drank a bottle of wine.
I remember those.
I was really grateful Yosha flew interstate to see us before we'd head back overseas again. Plus, I'm outnumbered by boys these days, so I really needed a girl for this trip.
I've been the best day.
You're having the best day? Oh, careful, I think this car's... Oh, Lenny. Nice one, Lenny. I thought that was the gear selector. I'm like, uh-oh, he's put it all together now.
Lining up for the ferry, we have to get out of the car and only one person can drive the car onto the ferry. Lenny.
I'm in the...
I'm trying to be a man, but
So who have I stumbled across here?
Nick from Sealing. We watch you every night in our crew quarters. All your episodes.
Awesome, Dan. Thanks for following.
Congratulations.
Very cool.
feeling so weak. Can only make some try to get your G-sweet.
Hey, guys.
They go see the boat driver?
Yeah.
Okay. So you invited us in there.
All right, come here, mate. So the lads have let me have a drive here. Please,
Make sure we don't hit any whales. That's right.
No whales.
Don't get seasick?
Yeah.
You do? Do a little bit.
Do you like driving the boat?
Yeah.
A lot. Yeah. So try and stand in one spot. Oh Jesus, I can't.
I'm such a good boy. Sorrows balance with joy. I think I'm true.
So I packed my own lunch and then opened it at that pub and ate it. My friends to this day are still embarrassed of me. Yeah.
What, they all bought dinner and you...
Well, you shouldn't bring your own meal to the pub. It's a faux pas. A long time ago, there was a post on an Instagram page called Memes Are or something like that, which was asking something about the stupidest money-saving idea that you've ever done or had. And I posted a comment about the time I brought my own meal to a pub on Kangaroo Island. It got quite a few likes as it's a pretty popular page, and people who watch Sailing with Vagabond started commenting. and it blew up a bit. Anyway, it was a question on one of our live Patreon broadcasts that I never quite got to. So for the lady who was asking about this is the bar that I bought my own meal to because I desperately wanted to come on a trip with the boys and was so unbelievably poor I was forced to prioritise drinking over eating. And by the way, my friends were appalled. So let me know in the comments below a time when you were seriously poor and what you had to do to get by.
Welcome to Kangaroo Island. This island is one of the best places in Australia to see wild native animals like koalas, kangaroos, sea lions and seals. I was looking forward to seeing my first kangaroo since being back in Australia this year.
All right, what's the problem, Elena?
My phone doesn't have reception, so I can't look at the maps for where our Airbnb is. The driveway's supposed to be around here, and we can't find it.
We did find one. We were driving past, and Elena said, hang on, slow down, it could be this. Which the Tarago is just not going to get us.
Okay, maybe go back this way. We must have gone past it.
There's a street sign here.
Are we close to it?
What?
Oh.
Apparently it's just across.
Let me just go up here.
We did it. It's the blue and white house.
There's no way it's happening. You're still my broken heart, in a piece of art. I'll take the risk and flip the coin, no matter where it lands, baby. What's your story? Where you come from? Where you go?
Elena, you've nailed it.
Oh, it's got a nice deck.
Dad balls, hey.
Some dad bods.
Dad balls.
It's my friend Yosha.
Hello.
How long since we've seen each other?
2.5, 3 years. Last time I was in Adelaide, I had a big belly with Lenny. Yeah.
So what have you been doing since I've seen you last?
I've been mostly living in Melbourne for the past 3 years. I've been sailing and traveling in my van or I had been for 6 or 7 years at that point. And I really just felt the need and the desire to ground in and get a house and form community and do all of that kind of stuff.
And you haven't left the state since I saw you last because of COVID?
Yeah, it had been 1.5 years since I've left Victoria because of COVID and all of the crazy lockdowns in Melbourne. So it was really nice coming here, but also really strange because it had been over 18 months since I'd left the state. When I realised that, I was like, whoa, that's really crazy.
Well, what are your plans from here?
I'm going back to New Zealand, actually, and I'm kind of going through this really big, transformative kind of death-life process. And so I'm heading back to New Zealand to reconnect with my family because I haven't seen them in a really long time and just kind of have a bit of an open book and see what lands and what happens, which is really exciting.
What's the person?
Look at that speed you got going there. Oh, I can understand you'll want to jump in the big muddy puddle. I don't know if it's a good idea. It's very big and very muddy.
I don't know how we get so lucky with the people we meet along the way, but so far, like Henry, everyone we've met and who've become a part of our little tribe for some time, either by crewing or helping with the video camera, have not only been so flexible with our lifestyle and helpful, but have also taken such good care of Lenny. This kid, in his whole 2.5 years of life, has already had a lot of great people to learn from and to look up to.
Where have you two been?
We got
naughty boys.
severely lost.
Did you?
Yeah, we walked this street because you get down there and it just all looks like scrubland. And then you were like, oh, get back before it's dark. I'm like,
That's why I told you. I was like, I bet you they'll get lost.
we did get lost. And so I had to rewatch the videos of where we walked down.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Lenny was just hunting for muddy puddles.
Muddy puddle.
Yeah.
Stop to beat myself.
Oh, thank you for the adventure.
Oh, no, thank you, Lenny.
Lenny, say thank you for the adventure.
I you in the mud in
Very good, Lenny. Forward. What do you have to say? How was the food?
Subpar.
We've been very unlucky with food, but then we reminded ourselves that we're very lucky to be here in Kangaroo Island, playing cards with some great people.
And Yosha's taught us how to play tamale.
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 And
Riley likes to call tamale.
I keep beating her and she's getting annoyed with me.
That's so not true. He's got...
Bit of tension in the games room.
We're gonna play a 3-round.
Wait, did you just roll your sleeves up?
I did. I actually did.
Good morning.
What's going on this morning?
Well, the sun's out, so we're going to go to the beach and start our morning that way. Then
Lenny, are you happy with that? You want to go to the beach?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Tomorrow we're going to the wildlife park. That's who we gave half of the money to, and the other half we gave to the mayor. We can't get a hold of him, but tomorrow we're going to go see them. And today is a day of exploring the island. We're going to go see these boulders, see if we can see that apparently there's like a line of where there was the fire and then where it stopped. And nearly half of the island burnt down. So we're going to try and find this line because I think it would look dramatic. First, let's go to the beach. This is the most beautiful, widest beach. It's a shame we can't swim in the water, but I lost at cards last night, so I have to jump in the water today. I'm gonna do it this afternoon.
And I won, so I get to pick reasonable but strange requests from each of the 3 other participants in the card game.
There was a kid screaming out loud. Daddy never asked to be born. There's a garden with flowers in bloom.
So everyone's been dying to have a shower since we got here, and last night we realised there was no hot water. So this morning I found the gas bottles and I turned the other one on. But then I went inside to try and make Lenny a bottle and no water was coming out any of the taps. So now I'm pretty sure we're out of water too, which would just be hilarious. I'm just gonna go look in the rainwater tank and see if that's the case. Yep, there's water in there. So I've just messaged the Airbnb owner and she's sending over someone to have a look at what is going on. And in the meantime, we're just gonna get out of the house, go and buy some water and make the most of the day.
Fortunately, my years on a sailboat have left me uniquely prepared for such situations. I could have more, but I'm just gonna have 3 pots. I'm gonna clean myself, then the water will be tainted with soap and filth. And then I'll use the water that I've just collected to rinse off.
Very clever.
Towel, done.
Okay.
Our first stop of the day was Seal Bay, where hundreds of wild sea lions laze about on the sand and sunbake in the sun. This species of sea lion is unique to South and Western Australia, and there are around 14,000 of these creatures in this part of the country, making it the 3rd largest colony of Australian sea lions. It was pretty incredible seeing one sea lion and her pup in particular, as the little one was feeding. For a moment, as I was also breastfeeding Darwin, I was reminded of just how similar we are to our animal friends.
I've been sent on a mission, and it was to film this little guy. Look at him. Wow. Whoa. Wow, look at it go.
Oh, no, you wouldn't.
Look at this. Yeah. They've obviously just stopped it in time.
This is that dramatic line I was talking about earlier. The fires that burned across the island for some weeks during the 2019, early 2020 summer took away 2 people's lives, destroyed many businesses, homes and farms, killed countless numbers of livestock, precious habitat and wildlife. As devastating as it was to see the damage in person, the signs of regrowth on the trees and the grass beginning to cover the ground again made me feel hopeful.
We're just on a dirt track going like 2 miles per hour. But
We've stopped now, actually. Yeah. Are you going to make it, Henry? I am not actually certain at this stage. Really? We might land in these guys' backyard. We got 10 seconds or it's going to start landing. And we got 73 metres. We're gonna have to break into these guys' property here. All right, so at this stage, the whole time it's like currently descending and I can't do anything to stop that. Do you want me to reverse? No. We might in a second, but there's a car just here that we're going to have to land on first. Do you reckon if I land on top of him, he'll take it the rest of the way? Oh, there's us. Yeah, that's us. Look at this, look at this, look at this. I am not putting it down right now, it is. Do you reckon I can catch it? No way! What? Crushed it. With 2% to go. I'll take that. What are we cooking here, guys?
We're making chicken vegetable soup. And we have corn chips and salsa for starters. And a glass of red.
Alright, so what's happening over here?
Well, I won cards last night. So I was allowed to request a favour of each person. Decided to request them all at once. I'm making myself a massage table and going to get pampered. Henry, can you come and massage my feet, please?
I honestly thought it was a joke, but I'm now unsure.
So if you can just do my left calf, and Henry, if you can start on those toes. Do you have olive oil there, Yosha? Yeah. Bring that over.
Wait, you actually genuinely want me to put olive oil on your calves?
You have to, but I don't want you.
Please go easy because there's a blanket underneath.
Yeah.
And we don't want to ruin the blanket. Just put a little tiny bit. Your feet are so dirty. I'm not touching them.
Then clean them.
No.
No, don't mention it.
You have big muscles. You are strong. You have such big muscles. Holy crap! This is it. I'm just gonna go in and out. That's all I get.
Did you edit done this morning?
I did.
Pig in the pot.
Give him a pie.
Yeah, got the work done for the morning and we're gonna go check out this incredible view and then we're going to the wildlife park. Oh, I'm so excited to see some animals after seeing those seals yesterday. Like, it made me so happy.
And the echidna.
And the echidna.
And the pelicans.
You want to spend the whole day wearing these?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're the perfect size. The wipers on the bus go swish, swish, swish. Swish, swish, swish. Swish, swish, swish. The wipers on the bus go swish, swish, swish. All through the town.
No.
Good, thank you. Yeah, so it was an empty paddock to start with, just a couple of trees up the back, and we just started right here where we're standing. There was more and more animals rolling in, and like I said, it started with 7 we could handle with that, and we ended up with about 1,000. There's 650 koalas. The other species that we seen were kangaroos, wallabies, echidnas, possums, southern brown bandicoots, a few different bird species. We had some wedge-tailed eagles and bushstone curlews, things like that, but it was mainly koalas. Every month or so we go through, and once they fit their weight we release what we can release. Some of them can't be released. Some of them don't really know that they're koalas because they've been in the house since they were this big. I think we've got 13 left out of 650 that come through. But we were pretty lucky. We were told to expect a 12.5% survival rate, and it was around 40 in the end. So
we're here at the wildlife park with Sam and Dana, the owners of the place. Currently just checking out the koalas and hearing a few stories of what's happened since then and what it was like during the fires. Say right now, I've never been this close to a koala. It feels very un-Australian of me, but this is the closest I've ever been to a koala, and they are the cutest little things.
drink and drink.
You'll get a helicopter, all right.
Look over here. In the heat of the fires, Sam and his wife Dana actually used the money that we all raised, Elena and myself and all of you guys, our audience, to set up enough infrastructure to house the injured wildlife. It was really nice to see it all firsthand and to hear from them their stories. And then I got to chat with the lady on the right here, Shirley, who's from the council. She is a truly wonderful and charismatic lady that has our vote for mayor. She decided to meet us to talk about the island and pretty much just to say thank you.
Okay, so we've got Shirley from the council. What do you do there?
I'm an elected member from the council.
And what did that time kind of look like for you straight after the fire?
The whole of the island was probably in shock.
What was the response like from...
Incredible, actually. The mayor and one of the assistants in the local government council decided that they'd set up this fund. They didn't know what else to do because people wanted to give, not just locally but nationally and also from overseas. It was an absolutely incredible response. We ended up with $1.1 5 or 6 or something like that it was.
Wow, that's
It's
so
just
cool.
been overwhelming.
Is there anything else you'd want to say?
Well, I guess simply to thank all those people who donated. Just an overwhelming response.
Lovely.
So thank you very much on part of all those, on part of Kangaroo Island. So a big thank you.
And this guy.
Cranberry, and then I'll let you have a taste of it like that.
I love it. Nice.
Feeling a bit safe, right?
Cheers.
Cheers, Riley. Cheers.
Cheers. What's going on, Yosh?
Well, we've just received news that Friday morning, when we're supposed to catch our ferry back to Adelaide, or back to the mainland, it's going to be blowing like 40 knots and 3-metre swells. So potential that the ferry might not go. So we might be stuck here. But I've got a flight to catch on Saturday, so
It's a bit weak by the ferry. That wouldn't keep the vagabonding short, right?
Well, too bad I'm here.
It's a squall! Have fun, everyone but me. Bye. Enjoy yourself.
So good.
This is my best mate from school's old man Greg and his work shed. He actually took me sailing on this awesome little sailboat around the time I was sneaking meals into bars, I guess. It was supposed to be an afternoon sail, but he was just bombing along downwind and we got back, I think, a couple of days later. I guess I wish I'd paid more attention, but sailing just really wasn't on my radar at all back then.
It's American River because the Americans showed up here in 1803 and they built right out the front here the first ship ever built in South Australia, which was a 45-foot schooner called the Independence. We are the Rebuild Independence Group, or RIG for short, and you've come into the RIG Boathouse.
Right.
But if you have a look at the semaphore up here, RIG Boathouse.
Okay.
And we're just a little volunteer group. We started building probably early 2018, I reckon.
Right, yeah.
So it's taken a while. There's only a handful of us doing it.
What the RIG group are interested in is finding a wealthy benefactor interested in sponsoring the completion of the build of the Independence. If that's you or your company, I'll have some details in the description below.
We just got a message from the ferry people and they say a gale warning has been issued for tomorrow. That's when we're supposed to be heading back to Adelaide. And it says to make our way to the terminal and a decision will be made closer to the scheduled departure time. So we have to get up before the sun to pack, and there's a chance we might not actually get over. We might have to book accommodation and stay another night. I really hope we can get back.
Ready for the day?
I was born ready.
That's a really good start, for sure. I can't believe we did that so fast. What a well-oiled unit. Well done, team.
Yeah.
Great stuff, Darwin.
So it's saying that the following sailings will operate as scheduled at 7:30 a.m. Now I'm really glad that we had to get up really early and leave, otherwise we would have been stuck here.
Excited to get on it, ladies? Oh, look at that. What up, mad dog? And we're back. It is bucketing down.
I don't know where the house keys are. Oh no. And it's pouring down with rain.
All of this extra security that you run, Pants, also causes problem.
Shit, where would the keys be? Oh, is that them? Yeah!
Oh! Ori! Don't worry about it. I'm happy to help.
I love you. See you soon.
Yeah. Somewhere down the line. Yeah. Bye, little baby. Last time I said bye to you, I was kissing your belly with Winnie in it.
We said goodbye to Yosha and young Henry, and we started packing our bags in preparation to move states. One more stop in WA to visit more of my friends and family before we hopefully go to Vietnam. Failing that, maybe Bali, or maybe stay in West Oz for a bit longer and go up to Exmouth. Strange, uncertain times, but exciting nonetheless.